Hey gang, it's Scott Curcio here from Baird & Warner Real Estate in Chicago. It is our first Monday Market Minute of May. It's May 4th, 2020, and I've been getting a lot of questions recently about some of the things that we've learned and processes we've put in place during the past 6-7 weeks here as the coronavirus pandemic has kind of kept on. And since this is our reality now and not sure when that will really change, maybe at the end of May, we'll see. I wanted to give you 3 things that we've learned over this last period here, and how it can hopefully maybe be beneficial to you if you're buying and selling a home right now. So the first is that there are serious buyers out there. Vet them. So if you are a buyer, vet yourself. Really make sure that you're already approved. You're dialing in on those houses before you go see them. Self-select yourself a little bit. You should only be seeing your top 3 or 4. I call it your rolling top 3. And remember, you're searching for the 85% house. None of us gets 100% of everything we want. Look, I bought a house that didn't have a garage, and it was my #1 thing on the list. Sometimes you get the 85% and not the 15. So I say that there so that before you go see a house, really make sure, is it worth it? Look at the floor plan, look at the photos, look at the Google map, look at the satellite imagery. Is it worth your time? Is it something you're going to say no to? That's on that side. Then if you're the sellers, vet those buyers by offering those things. So that brings us then to number 2, which is systems work. We've put so many new systems in place throughout this in terms of safety precautions. We are on our properties for our sellers. We're only showing them 2, maybe 3 times a week in small windows. Before a buyer can come in and see it, they have to have watched our video walkthrough. They have to have really studied the floor plan. We're going to help make sure that it is in their rolling top 3 before we bring them in. And we found that that has been working really, really well. People like it. They like the structure, and nobody's batted an eye. They're happy to come and wear their own face covering or their mask. We provide them disposable gloves and shoe covers. We make sure all the lights are on, all the doors are open. Interestingly enough, what we've also found is that, and this is number 3, that people really like structure. I know I do. And it makes it easier for our sellers and our buyers in having those set times and the way these things have been structured. So the other piece it contributes to is fewer showings. Now I know if you're a seller, you're going, wait a minute, I want as many showings as possible. No, you don't. You want as many qualified buyers as possible coming through. And if you're a buyer, you want to see as few amount of properties as possible so you don't get fatigued and you don't keep feeling like, oh, I'm never going to find it. So with that, I think our sellers especially have to accept you're going to have fewer showings. And you know what? The person that can't answer simple questions about whether their clients are pre-approved already, or they've watched a video, or they're certifying that they are not sick, haven't been exposed to anybody knowingly that tested positive for COVID-19, they're probably not your buyer, and your home is just a filler for them. No more fillers. That's our top 3 things that we've learned so far. We put a lot of systems in place. If you're thinking about a move and you want to hear a little bit more about how we're navigating people through this market and how we had our best April that we've seen in the last couple of years, happy to chat. And I hope you have a great week, and we'll catch you next week on our Monday Market Minute.